Hello and welcome to the Crubcast. I am Chris Meekiness fan. With me today is that Trav guy, Kevin the Golden Bolt, and Nicco All Hail Buckets. Nicco, please, what are we doing?
What's up, gamers? Today we have the return of a much anticipated Crub classic. It is.
I've been hearing it on the streets. Everyone's like, "We need more. We want more of this."
They want more.
Doing?
Everybody wants
the most
it.
requested thing on our Discord, crub.org/join, publicly available.
We are going to guess the game based on the Steam review. That's right. And now I will open this with a bit of a disclaimer. Right, this was originated by our very good friend Sean Wolf Ko-san. So, if these reviews are not as potent, not as good as the ones that he chooses.
Apologizing
it's not going to be that good.
Here's the thing. I just want to give Sean. I just want to give Sean his credit. I just want to give Sean his credit because he's really, really good at picking them, and hopefully I can follow in his footsteps. But you never know.
And as thanks, we will deduct half a point from Sean for this from last time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Deduct half a point. Well, actually, I gave him 5 points.
We're keeping score?
Yes.
Only for Sean.
Yeah, because
I gave him
time,
5 points, but I will deduct another half. I gave him 5 points for letting us do this without him.
Why is my face so wet?
So Sean,
sorry, that was unrelated.
Sean was at 29 points. He is now at 24 and a half points.
Okay, good.
Because I gave him 5, took away.
I'm glad that we have a ledger.
Or negative 24 and a half. Sorry, I took away, gave him 5, took away a half. Yeah. Okay.
This is the worst intro to the podcast we've ever had.
All right.
Let's run it back.
Let's roll.
Hey guys,
let's roll.
Welcome to the Crub podcast.
Wait, Trav, intro me. Hold on, do it again, real quick.
Hey guys, welcome to Crub podcast. Kevin?
Okay. I was already planning to make a noise, but you did it before me, so I had to big league you.
Oh,
that's valid.
Fair.
Sometimes Trav just needs to know.
There was great minds. We mind melded on that one.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to know
Nicco,
your
what's the
place,
first
Travis.
game?
Right.
What's
the
review, rather?
Let's get to the first review, fellas. So, all right. So yeah, we ready to go? You guys have everything right? You're good to make guesses. I think we're just doing.
Am I
verbal
supposed to
guesses.
have anything?
We just did verbal last time for reference.
Yeah, verbal's good. So
for those that haven't tuned into the first one, we just do verbal answers. Nicco won't tell us if they're right until we've all guessed.
Correct. And the rules are guess the game. So here's the first prompt. Good game with good Christian values. That is the first. That is the very first.
No, we're all gonna guess. So
yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't have it yet. I was just wondering.
So my first thought is we can brainstorm this for reference, Trev.
Okay.
My first thought is Wolfenstein, because it could go either way.
It's a good guess.
That's the kind of it's a game Nicco knows.
Well, okay, so that's fair. I do have to account for what Nicco knows because I was thinking of that game that came out like a year ago of I Am Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that would be quite on the nose.
That would be But I'm thinking it's either a super violent game or like Wolfenstein because it'll make you
Doom.
think. It could be Doom.
Nicco could throw the softball. If I'm Nicco, I'm like, what games do these three definitely know? Trav definitely knows Doom because he covers Doom.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first round, start easy.
Then it's like, would Nicco do Doom Eternal just for the meme, or would he pick Doom 2016?
I don't think he'd open with Doom Eternal. That's too easy.
I'm just so into Nicco.
Unlike the game, which is too hard.
There's a metagame of figuring out the judge.
I don't have a good poker face, fellas. I'm trying to keep it I don't need to I can't react to anything, so that's why I'm looking down.
Yeah, we're sailing in the right direction here is what I'm hearing. Okay, so
no, I was just saying I can't. I had
think
to look down.
I'm just gonna propose Doom broadly.
So Nicco, you don't have to answer this, but I'm gonna ask you a question. Was this one of the ones you searched for yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Doom 2016.
I think that's.
I'll explain my logic in a second, but Chris,
I'll risk it for the biscuit. I'll say Doom Eternal.
All right.
And Trav, what'd you say?
I just said Doom.
We're not doing any half points. You got to pick.
Doom. They're called Doom. All right, fine. Doom 2016.
Okay. Chris got it right. Trav and Kevin did not. It was Doom Eternal. And I did do it for the meme.
Great. Incredible.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
I did do it for the meme. I will say don't treat all of them. Don't metagame all of them with me, but metagame some of them because they're some of them are metagamed. Others are not.
If you want to mitigate them all even more.
Yeah.
Don't mitigate all of them.
Reviews like incredibly long.
No.
Oh dang! I was hoping for like a whole paragraph.
One is
essay.
like a paragraph. One is a paragraph.
Okay,
one of them is a paragraph. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them's a paragraph. So
Those
all right. All right. Are we ready to go on to the next one,
Yes.
fellas? Well, first of all, how are we feeling about that first one?
Incredible.
I think I understand. I know what you're laying down, and I know that I probably need to lay down.
Yeah, I'm so glad you guys got there, like to the realm. Okay.
The realm.
So here's number 2. I love to drink and drive, but apparently it's illegal. So I got this game because my license was suspended and I decided to get some practice, and now I can drink and drive all day.
That's a hell of a Redditor story, I gotta be honest. Okay, what games let you drink and drive first off?
Well, the question
Or are
is,
they just drinking while playing the driving game?
That's my question. Are they drinking in game, or are they drinking while playing the game? Because it's probably GTA.
Yeah,
4
if they're
or
drinking
5.
and playing the game, I guess GTA. That's all I can really.
But
think
I feel like it'd be GTA 5 because that's the newer one, and 4 I think was on Games for Windows Live. I don't know that it came out on Steam.
4 is on Steam now.
Is it on Steam? Okay.
Hmm.
It's not. Forza's not on Steam, right?
I think it is recently. Like a bunch of EA games made the switch to.
Well, Forza's
Steam.
Xbox, so it will be soon. But
Maybe Forza Horizon 5 specifically.
Yeah, Forza's on Steam.
okay.
But I don't think Nicco knows what Forza is.
He definitely knows what Forza is because he's played.
Well, I'm going to sit down and make a game level. I don't think Forza would come to mind necessarily if I'm Nicco, right?
That's one of the few games he's played.
To say, you know, I love racing games.
Oh, this is Mario Kart.
I don't support your passions. Mario Kart on Steam is a hell of a thought.
I'm Diamond 3 in Rocket Racing.
That's an epic game. I was about to be like, oh, you just gave it away. I think GTA 5 is the most sensible guess so far.
I'm gonna. I think. I want to say Forza, but
I'm gonna say GTA 4 because that's a game that we played a lot, and we didn't play 5 together. So I feel like he'd go sentimental and pick the games that he has physically played. Trav, what do you think?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Yeah. What? So Kevin's final answer is GTA.
I'm gonna say Forza Horizon 5 because it's the first one that comes up if you type Forza.
Chris's.
I'll say GTA 5 and meet both of you in the middle.
So GTA 4, GTA 5, Forza Horizon 5. Trav is correct.
Whoa!
That's what
It was Forza Horizon 5.
it was. One of those two.
Yeah.
But I wanted to
Incredible that you guys are getting this close on these, actually. I'm happy.
There's not a lot to chew on from these reviews either. That's like they're quick.
No.
That one required a bit of critical thinking.
Yeah.
I wanted there to be some discussion, so I went, I went deep into my mind. I went deep into Sean's Kingdom Hearts reviews folder, and I couldn't find anything there. And so
Poor Sean.
I came out of no. Actually, that was his.
Oh, I just
joke.
opened Windows
Sean
G.
Sean told me to say that.
Oh, okay. That's good then.
Oh, that's so funny.
To clarify for Frankenmutt in the chat, for those that don't know, we stream these live on Twitch at twitch.tv/crub_official with exclusive pre and post shows. These are Steam reviews, not Metacritic reviews, right, Nicco?
These are Steam reviews, correct?
Yes.
Because that's what I figured, because we had talked about that, but I thought maybe Metacritic was said somewhere that made Frankenmutt think that, but these are Steam specifically.
I got these from the Steam reviews, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about Forza Horizon 5 not being on PC because
it wasn't a question of it being on PC or not. It was a question of whether it was Xbox locked for platform.
I know.
Interface.
I've never played PC games on like Xbox Game Pass because I have a Mac, so like I just didn't even think about that. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't have picked that one had I had that
Well,
thought
no.
process.
The question was just for us of like, if it's not on there, then it's GTA. If it's on there, then there's a chance it's not.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I didn't want that to be the confusing part. Anyway, all right, you guys ready for the next one? How we feeling?
Round 3.
Yeah, round 3. How we
Hit me
feel?
with
So
something heavy.
Trav has 1 point, Chris has 1 point, Kevin has no points currently. So we're getting there, fellas. Number 3. Born too late to explore Earth. Born too soon to explore the galaxy. Born just in time to be gaslit by Todd.
Which games have a Todd?
Now, I also
made by Todd Howard. My immediate thought
Starfield.
goes to Starfield.
I have a second review here for this one as well, if you guys are interested in hearing it. It is cured my insomnia. Anytime I can't sleep, I just play this game and it puts me right to bed.
No question.
Yeah.
I feel like it could also be Fallout 4 though.
Starfield. No.
Starfield feels more relevant. Yeah.
Starfield?
That's
you guys want to say
absolutely
you're
Starfield.
all locking in Starfield?
Unless this is the biggest swerve of all time and you pulled like Fallout 4
Those
or
are both
76.
actual reviews I've heard for Starfield. Almost verbatim. Not from Steam, just in general. Like people have copied and pasted those for Starfield. So
All right,
Now,
there's
did Xbox respond to those reviews is the bigger question.
no suspense to this. That I don't know. That I didn't look for. But it is a certainly Starfield. You guys are correct.
Okay.
There's no suspense to that one. Seems like you guys got it pegged.
there's no.
Sorry, Starfield.
I do think that was really funny when they were like, actually, the game isn't bad for those reasons.
For those that don't know, there's like a meta strategy because Bethesda did respond to a bunch of Steam reviews, and the reason that you do that is usually as a smaller indie developer, if you're a potential buyer and you're reading the Steam review section, if you see they responded, it's that shows that they're paying attention. B, it adds a little bit of both sidesism to it. So then people are like, oh, well, now I don't know which side to believe, the developer or the review. And 3, you get the YouTube comment effect of, I hate this game. This game's a bunch of poopy dog poop. And then the game company's like, thanks for your comment. Here's our thoughts. And then the original reviewer's like, oh my God, I love your content.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time.
Haha, I didn't think you'd actually read this. I love what you do.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's so funny. I don't understand what people's thought process is.
They want
with that,
attention.
right? Well, if you want attention, then you can comment your answers for this video because I have another question for everybody. Okay. You will be receiving points for this, so answer carefully. There's one guy who's a circle and another guy who's blonde. IDK what their deal is, but I can't stop.
I can't stop. Just in general.
I can't stop. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly
guy
this is
who's
for
a
the Steam
circle.
user community submitted podcast of the Crubcast. When we did our Starfield review. That's all.
Oh,
fake.
you know what? This might be Brody and M. This is something related to Brody and M because M's a circle and Brody is blonde.
Brody is blonde,
Wait.
arguably.
So is this for
this
Crub
is a
or for their old podcast?
I was about to say, this is a swerve. This is for the old
I'll
podcast.
give you. No, it's not a swerve. It's not a swerve. This is the plug.
Okay.
This is the plug. You guys got it all right. All of you. That's right. You all get a free point for that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the answer to that one was the Crubcast at Crub Official everywhere except Twitch, which is Crub_official, where we go live every Tuesday, 6:30 to 7-ish Eastern time, with an exclusive pre and post show that you can find on our Patreon or if you tune in live. And Crub.org for everything else audio. Crub.org/join for our free public Discord where you can be in the same Discord as us. Patreon.com/Crub, where you can get all of the goodies available there. Did I miss anything, fellas?
Yes, you missed this segue to our sponsor.
We don't have a spot. The sponsor is the Crub Discord that I already plugged earlier. We're funneling money into ourselves. Support our super PAC, Crub24. Nicco, what's question 5?
I like that the
Who
free
here in
Discord
Crub is old enough to run for president? Probably.
I like that the free Discord. I like that the free Discord is a way to funnel money to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're paying for ad space for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean everyone knows that being funny is short for being funneling money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, well, that was actually question 3.5 because I wrote it last and I didn't mean to. So number 4, question number 4 is, if Devil May Cry and Yakuza had a kid, this wouldn't be it, but it's a great game.
Okay.
That's a
well, I
good
mean,
one.
you said Devil May Cry, so my thought immediately went to Ultra Kill, but then you said this wouldn't be it. So,
Devil May Cry and Yakuza.
Okay, so what is the antithesis of Yakuza and Devil May Cry?
I feel like this is still in the ballpark of if Devil May Cry and Yakuza had a baby. It's just that it's not quite there. That's the way that I'm reading this. It's not like it's the opposite of that.
If Devil May Cry and Yakuza had a kid, this wouldn't be it, but it's a great game.
Chris, was Nicco at your stream for Vanquish when you played Vanquish?
He might have popped in.
Because Vanquish might be it. That's very high octane, dumb, and great.
You know what
But it's
stream I
not.
know Nicco did pop in for, because I had mic issues and I remember him being upset about it, understandably, was Binary Domain from the Yakuza developers.
Oh, that could be it too.
But it's the Devil May Cry aspects that have me unsure. Or if we should even account them, because it wouldn't be the kid of those two.
Shoot. Trav, what are your thoughts?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Lost Paradise, says Larkin and Trad. Not a bad guess, but I don't think the Yakuza
no
Fist of
chance.
the North Star game is on stream or Steam.
Yeah.
So this is a good one, Nicco. I have no idea.
I'm landlocked, dude. I can't say anything.
Um,
I can't think anything.
I'm pushing
could
the
be a-
chips in on Binary Domain.
It could be a Bayonetta as well, because Nicco likes Bayonetta.
Ooh. Actually, you know. Oh, I don't get the Yakuza part then, though.
Well, it's over the top and stupid.
Okay. So am I.
So am I.
You know what? I'm
God.
gonna go with Binary Domain as well, specifically to keep Chris from pulling ahead.
I don't even know what the fuck a non-binary domain is. I'm gonna just say
Non-binary domain.
Happy Pride Month, chat.
Happy Pride Month, chat.
I'm
It's
just
not.
gonna.
Is it?
I'll just say
It's not.
Bayonetta. I'll take the plunge.
always Pride
Bayonetta and okay. So nobody got that answer right. I hate to tell you.
Do we get another hint?
Do you want another hint? It has almost nothing to do with Devil May Cry or Yakuza.
Give me one more hint.
Oh, in that case, yes, please. Just because I'm so curious, but I don't want to know yet.
Okay, so we'll push. We'll still get points if we push for this one.
Yeah. I'll say you still get points for it
Half
because
points.
it's nothing like either of those games, but there is a character that maybe kinda sorta, if you squint, looks like a Yakuza character.
Tekken 7.
There's Jin Kazuma from Tekken.
Yeah. I was thinking the other one that I'm forgetting the name of. Kazuya.
Yeah. What character, if you squint at it, kind of looks like Kiryu, or I guess a Yakuza character, right? Like, I don't...
These are
It
games
is
that,
Kiryu specifically. Looks like, again, if you squint. And I don't want to... I can't say anything. I can't say anything. But I
I'm
will say
physically incapable.
trust your gut instinct.
Tekken 7.
My
Nicco
gut
does
is
know
helping.
Tekken.
This is
does
My
know
gut
Tekken.
just says I want
excellent
chicken
content.
tendies.
Okay,
honestly.
it is chicken tenders, dude. I'll give you that one, man.
I wish
Free
Chicken
point for
Tenders
chicken
was on
tenders.
Steam.
Because my other thought was, before you said that it's Kiryu specifically, my other thought was that Apex does have a Steam listing. And
Sean
Apex is a
did
game...
that one, I think. Sean did that one in the last one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that we were
Yeah.
doubling up on that.
Is Sean here
Or not.
in the room with us right now?
Sean's always here.
Yes, I am. I'm always here. I'm just kidding.
I hate.
Sean,
how
what are your
decent
thoughts
of a
on
Sean
Kingdom
impression
Hearts?
You say Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Kingdom Hearts?
I like it.
Okay.
Question
I like when the duck comes in.
I have no idea. I'm just going to say
Wait,
Vanquish.
what if it's Kingdom Hearts?
It's only on the Epic Games
It's
Store.
not on Steam.
Oh, it's not on Steam at all?
on
Okay.
Steam.
Yeah, I'm saying Vanquish. I have no idea.
Otherwise, Vanquish. Is
Vanquish,
Well, now,
Tekken 7.
well, now
Kevin,
I
what do you
can't.
got?
Now I can't not say Vanquish because Vanquish was my first thought. So Vanquish.
Vanquish. All right. Well, I will say I'll give it to Trav because it was Tekken 8.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
What is
But you didn't give me Doom
Tekken
2016? Okay.
No, because we were all taking I was being hard that round. This one I gave you hints. We chose training wheels on this round, so I'm grading
Wow,
it like
I can't
it's
believe I
training
actually
wheels.
got that right.
Okay.
I
Good
said
job,
Tekken
man.
7 as a
Yeah,
joke
it was
mostly
Tekken.
just because
But like, I just want to take this for a second. If Devil May Cry and Yakuza had a kid, this wouldn't be it. But it's a great game. That is an accurate description of Tekken. That would not be it.
It is true.
I do think that Kiryu would be a good fit for Tekken.
Yeah. Well, that's
No,
like
He
the
won't
problem
get in
is-
because he can't punch women.
Yeah, it'd be Ichiban
Yeah.
at this point.
oh,
hit a woman.
Ichiban would be. Cool.
Oh my god,
Ichiban will absolutely hit a woman.
Yeah. Although Majima would be cool. Majima would be cool in Tekken. I feel like
Yeah.
Majima versus Negan Walking Dead.
Okay.
He's not in 8 anymore, right? Or he's not in 8, rather.
Not yet.
Is he not? I thought they just transferred him to like a full-time Tekken character.
No,
to be
I don't
honest
think that's
with
how
you.
that works. That's not how licensing works usually.
I mean, he's not like he's doing anything on television. Like, let him go to the one place he was good. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen that far in The Walking Dead.
Would you like to?
No.
Okay.
All right, fellas, are we ready for? Well, first of all, how are we feeling? And I'll go over the score in a second for everybody. But how are you guys feeling?
Feeling
good
great
about
until
these?
that one.
Yeah, that's
I'm
valid.
feeling pretty good because of that one.
Nice. All right.
Kevin, do
well,
you feel?
right now, yeah, Kevin, how you feel?
I don't feel.
Kevin doesn't feel, which is yeah. So Kevin has 2 points. Chris has 3 points. Trav in the lead with 4 points. 4 out of a possible 5 points up to this point. Ironically, this is question 5 because once again I had question 3.5, which we've been over. Number 5, most accurate Amazon warehouse simulator.
Oh, that has some implications, doesn't it?
My immediate thought is Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, yep.
You can piss pretty readily in Death Stranding, but I think that would have to be it, right?
I mean,
It's that-
you fill the bottles with your pee and you throw
And you're
them.
carrying
That's
stuff.
basically the BT grenades.
You're carrying stuff from A to B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
But
warehouse.
I mean, you're not
that's
really
the-
in a warehouse.
That's
You
I don't know if that's a red herring.
Kind of go to warehouses sometimes. I guess the main thing is that when you go to take a piss, Hardman doesn't call you and is like, "You're on the clock, Sam."
no. You might still be on the clock when you're pissing though, if you have a time delivery like pizza. So, I'm locking in on Death Stranding.
Locking in Death Stranding, Chris, Trav.
I'll do Death Stranding director's cut.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I think Director's Cut's the only version that exists on
That's
Steam.
the only one you can buy.
I feel like it'd be dumb to not guess Death Stranding. I don't know what else it could be.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I'll
got
tell
it
you
wrong.
this: none of you guys got it right. Do
me
you
another
want?
hint.
Do you want a mulligan with a hint?
No,
No, you just want the answer.
I want
Yeah.
the hint, but I think I'm in the minority.
no.
Trav wants the hint.
We
Well, the
already
hint
got a
is-
hint.
Yeah, the hint is that you're not even close. It was Pal World.
Oh, okay.
Our
Actually,
world.
I see
You know
that.
what? That
see
is
that.
animal slavery, so that's kind of close to
Yeah.
what Amazon does.
Yeah, it was
You
Pal
can
World.
sell body parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah,
World.
I was like, I needed to get Pal World in there. I feel like I was out of obligation.
By the time
at
this
point.
airs, Pal World's not going to be relevant anymore.
It's already like lost 80% of its players.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you have 20 million players.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. We ready for the next one, fellas?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're entering the back half, so I'll say your hint got replenished. Or like one mulligan. We have one more mulligan for the
my
back
hint
half.
has been replenished.
So this one's the paragraph. So are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm posting this out of frustration with the hope that someone from this company reads it. Fix the game. Fix it. You've had 2 years. After 2 years, you have bugs in the game that are still there. New ones, and ones that I'm sure are yet to be unleashed on the people like me who are stupid enough to keep playing it. The blind ambition to, new paragraph, by the way. The blind ambition to keep pushing on ahead with new content instead of fixing the flawed content that's already there is frustrating me and a great number of other players to the point where we will go play something else and not spend our hard-earned money on your precious in-game currency. Allow me to make a simple observation for you. Bad experience equals no players. No players equals no need for new content. Paragraph break again. For the love of all that is holy, fix the game. Edit. After contemplating things, I went back, unsubscribed my 2 accounts for this game. Yeah, I owned 2 copies of this quote-unquote game, and I have deleted both from my hard drive, never to return. Good riddance!
Okay, so...
Okay.
I thought that started as Cyberpunk, because new content. Then you said in-game currency, and I think it's Halo. Because you can get there are 2 copies of that game that you can get via Game Pass and via Steam.
I will say, and I just want to be fully transparent about this, it was a word that felt like in context clues it was a proper noun and in-game currency, and I don't know if it actually was in-game currency or if it's something else that you spend real-life money on in the game. Just
either way, Cyberpunk
disclosure.
doesn't have that, so...
Yeah, just full disclosure there.
No microtransactions.
I think my first gut is Halo.
Halo sounds good. It said 2 years ago
though.
at some point.
I don't think Infinite's been out for 2 years.
2021.
It has.
Oh my god, has it? Where has time gone?
And also, it was supposed to be out in 2020, so if you want to go even further, someone could be saying 2 years a year ago.
Is there any big game with microtransactions
2021.
that had a big update recently?
Assuming that it's a live service game,
Because it,
just from context clues.
Right.
Because it could be Apex again. I don't think it is, because Sean did it already, so that means that Nico's not going to do it.
It's probably not Rocket League.
Rocket League's only on Epic now. I
Right.
believe. So it can't be
Rocket
that.
League's only on Epic now.
Well, they own it. They used to.
No,
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, Epic Now is really funny.
Oh, I see.
The subscription service, yeah.
Dude, every company can't stop calling their subscription services now.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, Halo Infinite sounds like a real good guess. We mentioned it
only
on the
one you'd
podcast a
have.
lot, so it'd be
It's the
on
only
Nico's
one
mind.
you'd have on 2 platforms. Because you'd have it on Xbox for free, and then you'd buy it on Steam.
That's the only thing that explains that, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Yeah.
Like,
You
it's
can't have
either
2
that,
on Steam.
Other than that, it would be a game that's on Epic Game Store, which would not usually be on Steam then, because it's an Epic game.
Right.
Broadly. Trav, what
I
are your
can't think
thoughts?
of any that would be live service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have to go with Halo Infinite as well.
I'm inspired. I'll say that as well.
Halo Infinite all across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
You
you are all wrong once again. You're in the, like, not in the realm in that, like, these are not similar games,
I'm in the realm.
but the live service, like, you're there. Do you want the answer or do you want to take your mulligan? There's 4 more after this one.
I have a question you don't have to answer. Was
I
that
can't think of what other live service games there would be other than Apex.
actually? I retract my question. No. I'm good to save the hint personally.
I'm saving.
Okay. So it is Fallout 76.
That would be another game that's on both. I didn't think
Yeah.
about it being on Steam.
We
It
even
is
mentioned
Fallout
it a few minutes
76.
ago.
I just forgot about it.
Yeah, and it's
Double
Fallout
dipping on
76.
Bethesda.
You know
expect-
what? I didn't mean to do that as well. I just didn't even think about it.
Hmm.
I had no clue that Starfield was also Bethesda. I thought Starfield was Obsidian.
No, that'd be good.
Right.
You're confusing it with
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds
yeah.
is what I'm. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
The guy with the face, the moon face guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Face.
Yep. I'm definitely confusing it with that.
Dang.
Yeah, it was atoms. It was atoms that they pay for, and
Yeah.
I don't know what an atom is. Is
That's
that
an
an
in-game.
in-game currency, or is
In-game
that
thing,
a?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to spend real money on it. You can get
Right.
a little bit by doing, I don't remember if it's like daily
Right,
shit
right.
or by like playing the game once.
Yeah.
But then like they did the math and like at least when it first came out, it's probably changed.
Yeah.
The like just how much it cost for one of the base skins was like the equivalent of $50.
Oh my god.
I hope
Yeah,
one of the
I
skins
mean,
was.
Don't quote
was
me
a-
on that. My
No,
memory's
no,
fuzzy,
no.
but
I hope one of the
just-
skins was a cloth bag,
I just liked the god.
Sackboy skin.
I just liked that the emphatic nature with which this review was written. They were just like, fix the game, fix it. You've had 2 years.
and the weird part is that I've heard that it's actually kind of good now. I don't know how true that is.
I don't really believe that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that feels
I have it installed because
rightish.
Chris and I have talked about playing it as a
Yeah.
joke for Crub.
I'll
at some
happily
point.
join you for the Crub one-off where we
Yeah.
make zero
Crub
progress.
one-off.
Well, because they have like Atlantic City, New Jersey now for some reason as
Yo.
part of Fallout 76, the West Virginia game. So that's kind of.
Right.
Oh, can you
Yeah,
smoke
yeah, you can go to
cigarettes
Pittsburgh now.
inside?
I'm assuming so. I don't know that there's inside anymore because there's no NPCs. So
Oh, valid.
how would they have interiors?
At some
we're
point,
not
I'll play
questioning-
that on stream and dox myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
we'll get there.
No. It's not the
NPCs.
Avengers game because that game just straight up like showed everyone's IPs.
Oh, true.
God.
Well, all right, fellas. So currently
that.
the score still stands at 2 for Kevin, 4 for Trav, 3 for Chris. Trav is in the lead by 1 point.
Everything
but
hurts, fellas.
Only 2 points separating everybody. There are 4 more left and then a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So, what do you say? Ready for question number 7?
I'm ready, player 2.
I am always
The eighth
ready.
total question. Okay, here it is. 9 out of 10 game, 0 out of 10 business practices.
And that's the review.
That's the review. That's the whole review.
Oh, that could be so many
That
things.
Obvious
And-
answer is Nintendo.
And
but
I know you guys, I do think you'll be able to pull it out for this one. I have confidence.
That one could be
good game,
Halo.
bad business practices.
That could be anything from Activision. Could be anything from EA.
Could be
be a
recent
2K.
thing. Infinite Wealth.
I will it is relevant. I'll say
Oh
that's
shoot,
relevant.
Infinite. You know what, Chris? I was looking at reviews of the DLC for Infinite Wealth recently,
hmm
and one of
Oh,
them
yeah,
was
'cause
close
the
to verbatim
Game Plus
for
thing.
that.
We even talked about it on this channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot!
You and I haven't been shutting up about it, so it'd be on Nico's mind every single day, right?
Chris, Nico, is this game? This is not for a mulligan, but I'm going to ask you. You don't have to answer it. Is this game more than 2 years old?
Absolutely not.
Oof.
Infinite Wealth.
Yeah, like a Dragon,
I'll go
Infinite
on.
Wealth.
I'll go.
I'm
on
gonna
that.
piggyback off them because I
I
never played
did
it.
I did pull all of these from the Steam new page. So it
okay.
was like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Wow.
That totally was not. That's a point for all around.
We've all agreed on what we've voted for the last like 4 or 5. So I think it's just going to end up with like 1, 2, 3.
No,
at
for
the
sure.
end.
Well, I totally didn't
Yeah.
put that in here just so we could plug the chat that we had about the DLC in that game.
Well, so I'll
Totally
add to that chat.
Do that.
If you want to get our base thoughts on it, that is on the YouTube channel. You can go watch it. It was part of one of our pre-shows that we recorded, or actually maybe it was the post-show. Doesn't matter. We cut that out and put it on YouTube to talk about how annoying it was that they did that business practice. And I have played that DLC. I'm not going to say I bought it, but I played it. And it is kind of a slap in the face, even at free. I think it's not. I don't like it.
You don't want to pay $20 extra for that?
Well, so it's
you don't-
$20, and Chris had said in that chat a thing about how it sounded like they were adding new content to the New Game Plus runs. I don't think that's the case. I think they added one dungeon, which has extra content in the form of functionally non-canon dialogue between all the characters hanging out, and that's it. And it's cute. It's kind of funny, but I don't like it. I think it ends with actually like insulting the player base.
Nice.
To paraphrase what you said, Chris, when we were talking about that, kind of weird to do with a game series that exists solely because of word of mouth.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Did you guys mention during your show, because I heard about this recently, did you mention during your discussion about it how apparently the paid DLC for New Game Plus has been a thing in Japan for a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It was like that in 7.
That kind of blew my mind a little bit.
It was like that in 7, and then in the US, I guess either Sega of America kind of pushed through and said, hey, maybe don't do that, or the backlash was enough that they held off. And I still stand by, if they had waited 2 months... actually, here's one more thing. If they had waited 2 months, I think it would have been fine. I don't like the idea of paying for New Game Plus, but the idea of a new dungeon, new content, whatever, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but that's how you monetize whales to subsidize the cost of a game. I understand that's how game development has to be sometimes. But the thing is that there's a trophy in-game for reaching level 70 as Ichiban. Without the DLC dungeon, that is like 20 hours of grinding the other highest level dungeon of the 2 dungeons that are in this game.
Oh, Christ.
With the DLC, it is like 5 minutes.
Oh, well, that's tempting. I guess I'll pay $20 for the big swell.
That's a massive.
It
massive
actually
hit to
pissed
the
me
culture.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone needed to know, like, man, they guessed infinite wealth pretty quickly on that one. There you go.
Yeah, you guys did. That's why I said I had faith in you guys, and I'm sorry for kind of like bleeding
dare
the
you.
witness, but like, yeah, you needed to get that one for the culture.
I haven't played it, and I even like in other groups I hear people bitching about it. So
It's even worse because the rumor is Persona 3's post game expansion that was part of one of the re-releases of Persona 3.
The answer.
The answer for those that are familiar. The rumor is that that's going to become DLC for Persona 3, which is how this should have been done with Yakuza then. There's no reason for it.
That's valid.
They're playing with fire.
Yeah.
They sure are.
Yeah.
And if you want
I
to
like
hear
to
more
play
about
with
that,
fire.
go check out the YouTube channel.
Yes. Yeah.
And while you're at it, hit that like button. If you've gotten this far into the video, make sure you hit that like. It really helps us out. Leave a comment on the YouTube. They can be negative.
And if you
Leave us
dislike the
reviews.
video, remember to dislike the video.
If you did hit the like button already, you can hit it again, but make sure you end up hitting it a total of an odd number of times.
If you keep pushing the like button, eventually it'll moan.
As long as it's filled in by the end of it, yeah, it'll moan. All right,
fill us up, fans.
Fill us up. You up, Norway? Okay. So
Shout out to Norway.
are we? Yeah, shout out Norway. Are we ready for the next one, fellas?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's okay. Here we go. Awesome. But don't let this distract you from the fact that in Australia there are 48 million kangaroos and in Uruguay there are 3,457,380 inhabitants. So if the kangaroos decide to invade Uruguay, each Uruguayan will have to fight 14 kangaroos.
What is this?
That's
Did you
the
sort
review.
all of the reviews by new?
That's the review. No. I sorted by funny.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, you said that you had done a lot of these.
No,
based
not
on
all
new.
of them. Not all of them. No,
They're
I got
sorted
like
by
some of
funny.
these from. I got some of these from like new and some of them from not.
I'm gonna give you a series because I don't know the game. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Would be on Nico's mind because Kevin's covered it and discussed it.
That's the only
I
reason
will
I'm
say
thinking.
it's not a game I've played, and that doesn't count as your hint. But this is not a game I've played.
That would still be Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
So wait, what? This was talking about
Kangaroos.
Australia?
Yeah, it was saying that the population of kangaroos in Australia is greater than the population of Uruguay by roughly a ratio of 14 to 1.
I thought Uruguay were made up for Fallout.
What?
You're thinking of the bears, the Yaoguai.
Oh, I'm thinking of Yowie. I mean Yaoguai.
Yowie.
They are spelled. I think it's spelled Yaoguai.
Oh, the sun's down. I need to raise my webcam temperature. Hold on. I have no idea. I'm drawing a swear jar.
Swear jar. Swear jar.
Swear jar.
I don't want to just keep group thinking our answers because I think Kevin's right. So I'm just gonna say Zoo Tycoon just to be different.
I'm just gonna search kangaroo in Steam and.
That's
Don't
cheating.
do that's
do
cheating.
that.
Oh, okay.
If we can
you're
just
right,
look at
you're
the
right, that's
Steam
cheating.
pages, then
That's
what are we
cheating.
doing?
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
cheating. No. I was just gonna like pick the first one that come up.
Oh, okay, that's
All right.
fine.
I'm not looking at the page. All right.
I'm just gonna look at the reviews real quick, bro. One second.
I have a strong feeling that actually I don't want to say that. I'll say that once you're done.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Ooh,
Black Ops Cold War, we got Zoo Tycoon and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
If I had to guess a game specifically, I would say 2, but
2.
I'm gonna say the series.
Yeah, so
I don't
I
think it
have
has
played
anything.
I have played Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I had it for GameCube back in the day.
But you didn't
You
play
had a
2.
GameCube?
But you didn't
Yeah,
play
I did
2.
have a GameCube.
But you
didn't
didn't
play
play
it
video
but-
games until Dark
but
Souls?
it is not that. It is
it is Cow the Kangaroo because Sean
is-
or Nicco was thinking of Sean.
it is Sea of Stars. It is
Just
Sea of
kidding.
Stars.
Wait, actually?
Yes, Sea of Stars.
I guess there's a kangaroo or
You know,
Uruguay.
my family has a statue in that game because they
Sea of
supported it.
Stars. Nice.
Yo, do they take you out after a controversy?
I will say.
No, hopefully.
That was the other review that I that I thought about putting, but I knew you guys would get it too quickly. Was Gerard is no longer in the game, and it was just a bunch of emojis. And I was like, "This is funny." Like I don't no comment, but that is funny. Anyway,
Rest in
moving
peace.
on. Well, okay. Actually, no. I do have to say, I looked at the Steam page for that game, and it actually
Wow.
made me stop for a second and be like, "This looks cool. Like this looks
What,
like
Sea
a
of
cool
Stars?
game." Sea of Stars. Justin might be on to
Yeah.
something.
Well, have you played The Messenger?
No.
Okay, you
There's
should
probably
play
too
that
much.
if
There's
it's
probably
cheaper.
too much platforming in
Oh,
Messenger.
yeah, never mind.
Too
You
much
don't like
platforming,
platformers.
but Sea of Stars, the art style looked super cool.
Is this where the
Hence.
seed
No,
plans for Nicco to
when
like
you,
turn-based games?
So when you go
I think
to
it's
the
Yakuza, but
when you go to the area in Sea of Stars that has like a bunch of the crowdfunders, like they made statues for everyone. A lot of people did, the normal things that you expect, like their dog or their pet or like them and their spouse or whatever. And my family submitted a bunch of small people riding a giant dragonfly.
that's awesome.
So that's what our statue is.
I
That's
like the
really sick,
creativity.
dude. I like
I had
that.
nothing to do with it. I shouldn't say ours.
Yeah.
It's theirs.
No, but I love that. Yeah, and also full disclosure, I joke about turn-based games a lot. I know I say it a lot. I know I'm vehement about it because I do feel that way, but
He means all of it.
I do mean it. I do 100%
full
mean
disclosure,
it.
I mean it.
But the full disclosure is that my life, I think, would be better if I didn't feel that way. So I'm trying to put in some work to change that.
Okay. I'm ready for the next one. I want to be wrong again.
Next question.
Do we want to score check real quick just because we are getting
Oh,
near the end?
yeah. Score check. We are getting close to the end. We have 2 more questions and a tiebreaker, which we're not going to have a tie probably. But Kevin has 3 points. Chris has 4 points. And Trav coming in the lead with 5 points. That's right.
Gamer.
Fucking how?
Yeah.
Swear
Carefully,
jar.
dude. It's because
Swear
you
jar.
got to Tekken, honestly.
Freaking how?
Tekken got you. Yeah, swear jar. Okay, we ready for number 9?
Yeah.
Yes.
Spent a week giving a girl flowers and buying her beer, asked her to dance with me. She said, ew, no, very realistic, 10 out of 10.
Stardew.
I almost wore my Stardew Valley sweatshirt today. Stardew Valley. That is straight up what happens in that game because there's an event
Yeah.
like a week or 2 in for a dance.
Trav, what do you think?
Yeah, Trav?
Oh, sorry. I agreed immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, Stardew.
So Stardew for everybody. That's right. Points all around.
We've all moved up another point.
Yep.
There's
points
no way
all
for
around.
Chris or I to catch up.
There actually, Chris could tie it.
What if we gave a bonus point to who has said it first?
That would involve going
Oh,
back.
yeah. Well, we could do wagers for this last one if you want to do wagers.
All or nothing, baby.
What if we merged our points together?
What if we do
Merger?
the 11th question as the wager question?
11th question is the wager. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Wager on 11. Okay. Wager on 11. Flip a coin if there's a tie. Okay. Number 10. I was beaten to death with a shovel and was then called lazy by my employer.
My immediate thought was Far Cry 5 because a shovel is a weapon in that game.
Beaten to death by.
That's a great review.
There's also a shovel in
It's an
Team
excellent
Fortress
review,
2.
actually.
Is there a shovel? I don't know much about Lethal Company, but I know Nicco wanted to play it recently.
Oh yeah. There is a shovel in it.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think it would be Lethal Company then.
Because he's talked about it recently.
Because you do get called lazy by your employer.
I've heard enough to throw in my vote with the rest and move us all up 1 point again.
Yeah. Yep. It is Lethal Company.
We should probably write down our answers for the final one.
Yeah, write them down.
Or don't.
You guys
It'll be
should
funny.
not. All right. So
my pen is out of
Kevin,
ink.
Kevin, you have 5. Trav has 7, and Chris has 6. So, if we're gonna do a wager round for this one. You can wager as many points as you have. Remember to be strategic about it, and don't everyone just wager all of them. But
I have written down my wager. We're gonna do this Jeopardy style. I think is the play.
Yeah, everyone write down your wager now. That's a good point.
Or Trav, if you don't have any pen and paper near you, just send it to Nicco.
I could think of it in my head. Do I have to like flip it around though?
Doesn't matter. I don't think.
Your wager. Yeah, just don't reveal it yet. But
yeah,
just write it so that we know you didn't like change it after you heard the question.
This is tense.
Yeah. We should not have let Trav be moving when doing this.
Well, that's why I said type it to Nicco at worst. What's the game?
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game is very educational. I can now write death in Japanese.
Oh.
Don't write it down.
Okay.
Write your answer down. Write your answer down.
I gotta write it down.
Write your answer down. Yeah,
Read it one
no
more time.
deliberation on this one. This is just me vamping. Here it is. The game is
No, don't tell me yet.
This game is very educational. I can now write death in Japanese. So, fellas, while you guys are writing your answers, I can say thank you for playing this with me. Shout out to Sean for letting us do this. Hopefully he gets to do another one very, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, this was very fun.
Yeah, this was very fun. I do still think Sean is probably the best at picking the Steam reviews. He was so good at it. So I would like to see another Sean round sooner rather than later. And I also want to give him his concept back. So there's that. But shout out to Sean. Sean is now down. Sean is now only down 24.5 points. He's no longer down 29 points.
Sean is now down bad for points.
Right. So you guys good? We written in?
I have no idea.
I think I know. I wasn't sure, but I think I know.
Yeah, I tried to vamp there for a minute or two, give you guys some time to...
This is the first one in a while that I actually feel confident about.
Just think.
Do you want to go first, Trav, or Chris? Have you written yours down yet?
Yeah, no, Trav go last. Trav says he's confident about it. Chris looked
Which
pretty...
means I'm going to get it so wrong.
I have an incorrect answer, so I'll leave.
Kevin should go first because he has the least amount of points.
Wait, did you say I have the correct answer, so I'll leave?
Followed by
No.
Chris. Yes. Oh. No. So order Kevin, Chris, Trav. Go by order of points. So Kevin, what'd you wager, and what is your answer?
First and foremost, I now see that chat has also written down a couple of similar ones. I wasn't looking at chat, I swear. I put 4.5 points on Sekiro.
4.5 points on Sekiro. Chris, what is yours?
4 points on Okami, because it was the only game I could think of that was Japanese with writing.
Good guess.
But I know it's wrong.
He would know that with Brody, too.
Remember Brody?
So you said 4 points, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
And Trav.
What is your wager?
All right,
What is your answer?
I 2 points.
Oh.
TOO.
2 points.
And I did Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Oh, that's the whole name, too.
Give me a second to do some light math here, fellas, and then I will reveal the answer. Can you guys vamp for a second? While
In the meantime, while Nicco is doing that and Trav's making a sick beat, Chris, what's the worst time that you've ever...
Kevin, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, Trav, that is
Trav,
so
please
loud.
stop.
Oh, hold on. Wait, I can just turn it down.
I lost it. I don't know what I was
Oh
gonna
my
say.
God, that was funny. That was very funny. Okay, I have the scores tabulated anyway.
Reveal the win.
All right. So, in last place with 2 points after the wager is Chris Mykonos fan. He's the only one who got it wrong.
First to last speed run. Chris won volume 1 of this.
Yeah. In second place with 9 points after the wager is Trav.
Yep.
Ooh, the 0.5 wager, baby.
I should have gone harder.
And Kevin being the only person to have wagered a half point after saying, mind you, no half points.
I assumed you were going to make it 5. I'm not going to lie to you if it came to it.
I would have rounded up. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I figured you were in last. Why would you not just wager the whole thing?
So I was going to wager 4 points initially, because then if they all got it wrong and bet high enough, I'd still have 1 Jeopardy rules.
Right.
But then I was like, it'd be funny if I did a half point.
Yeah, I think it was pretty
It'd
funny,
round up to
I'm not gonna
5,
lie.
and who cares?
We showed restraint up to this point, so I'm fine with that. So Kevin, the winner with 9.5 points. I think the wager round kind of worked. I think the wager round made everything interesting, I will say.
You're very
turn
quiet, Trav.
your volume back up, dude.
What?
Turn it back up to where it was like
what
30
do you
seconds ago. Trav, it's Trav, but over there. This is far away, Trav.
There he is.
Special ability over there.
Well, that's like we had made a character of Bernie Sanders that is like only far away Bernie Sanders.
Original character, Bernie Sanders.
Do not steal.
It's very Ken
Well,
Pendersian.
fellas,
Thanks.
I hope you had a good time playing this. Thank you for
this is fun.
indulging me. I've wanted to do another game for a while, and shout out to Sean. We said Patreon question of the week. Are we ready for it?
This Patreon question comes from TheTrueBlue, who asks, what is your least favorite video game genre, and what about it could change to make it more accessible or playable in your eyes? I asked this because Nicco is in the room.
Yeah, I mean, I can go first if you guys want to think.
Yes.
I have a measured response for this. So, like I said earlier, turn-based. Really anything that's not an in-person game. Like, I love turn-based games in person with people, like board games and stuff, right? Pokemon card game, excellent example. So I do think there are a lot of things.
Turn-based?
Yes. So I think, I think there could be a lot of improvements that would draw me into the genre, and I, in fact, have seen a few of them. Number one is the social aspect, which is why playing a turn-based game in person works for me. Number two is OTT, over the top, just cool, like things that you can't really do in a non-turn-based game. So see Yakuza as an example, where I'm really drawn to the animations there, and I like that everything's sort of absurd and sort of just wild and out there. You couldn't do that normally. Number three is good art style.
That guy with the big frozen fish in the new Yakuza.
That's what I'm saying. It's so cool.
My favorite bit,
Like-
I've told this before about the new Yakuza, is that in the very first dungeon, they have the trash bag enemy that shows up again. And I ran into one of them, and he has a move where he's rummaging through his sack of trash. And for audio listeners that maybe haven't seen this character, it is a dude who has his arms and legs sticking out of a trash bag and head, and then the rest of his body is trash bag. It is stellar. These are the best games ever made.
Yeah,
And
I love Yakuza so much.
this is one of the first battles I do in this game. In the first dungeon, this guy he's rummaging through his sack of trash, and then the actual text that pops up is, "Oh shit, he's got a gun," and he shoots me.
Yo, swear jar.
And no, swear jar is only for F, so we're safe.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And that was the moment that I was like, it's going to be hard for a game to beat this as my most fun game of the year.
That's valid.
Yakuza is stellar at that. Yakuza, I was telling Chris, we were talking about this yesterday, how it's kind of the modern Earthbound in a way, in that it takes like the mundanity of regular life and turns it into an imaginative twist on the genre in a way that not many games have successfully done. But in this case, you're not kids, you're 40-year-old unemployed men and women.
I love that.
The most
love
unemployed people on earth. But yes.
Just quick rest of my list. They could add, make things not RMG. So like what Yakuza does, where you press a button as an active input for timing. And then on top of that, just art style in general. Like I'm looking at Sea of Stars and I thought that art style looked super, super, super cool. I'm interested in playing that game for that. So that's mine. Chris? You have one? Or should I throw it to Kevin?
Fighting games are my least favorite, and it's not their fault. It's just I just can't get my head around them. You know, that's just a me issue. What they could do,
I think that when a lot of them come around to like just learning the metas, they kind of lose their appeal for me.
right?
So I could see that.
Yeah. So I don't know what it could do other than not be a fighting game. Honestly, I think
That's
maybe
fair.
I just need what fighting games can't really justify, which is just like an actual in-depth story mode.
I feel like you would vibe with like how I think you've talked about this too, how you'd vibe with Street Fighter 6 if you played it because it has a whole beat 'em up story mode.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
like you take the mechanics and you know the PS2 Mortal Kombat games, the good ones of those PS2 games did this very well. Like Shaolin Monks is just a God of War game before God of War came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People like Shaolin Monks.
It's such a stellar game. I love that game.
Wasn't that the show on Cartoon Network?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the issue is just due to not liking the genre. I haven't partaken too much, right? But yeah, I think the recontextualizing would help me because that is just like a dumb, stupid, bad Yakuza game inside Street Fighter at a point, right? Like when we watch Justin play, you're just running around a little city and beating people up. And I think that reframing would maybe help me get into it more. Whereas I'm not that much of a competitive player, right? So just inherently, it's just a weird genre to try to get into for me.
Absolutely valid.
Trav, what about you?
Trav?
Hi.
Hey, Trav.
So my immediate thought is like real-time strategy games. It's kind of hard for me to think of a genre that I'm not the biggest fan of because I'm trying to be more open-minded about stuff. I've played a bunch of games. Like if you asked me this 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said like top-down turn-based strategy, whatever the hell Fallout is, or the originals. But then I just sat down and forced myself to play through it, and I actually had a lot of fun and was like open to playing more of that kind of game. So I mean, my answer is changing, and I don't know. I guess right now, like I've played some RTSs that I liked. It's hard for me to stay invested in them. Hi, Chris.
You should play Impossible Creatures on Steam because it lets you combine 2 animals together into an army. And maybe that's the hook because it's real dumb.
Look for a review. Let's look for a review.
You can mix an elephant with a grasshopper.
Is that like the small indie game I found called Pal World?
It's a little like
Wait, hold on. Didn't Logan Paul have like a crypto scheme that's that exact same premise?
What did you call it, Chris?
Sort of.
Impossible Creatures?
Yeah. It's called Paul World, actually.
Paul World.
Oh, Paul World, right. It's all Paul Walker based creatures.
So I'll go with, because I'm in the same boat where it's hard to pick a genre that I'm not super fond of. Like fighting games are up there. That's more of a time commitment thing. You know, I don't have time to put in the 10,000 hours, you know, to master a fighting game. Not literally 10,000, but using the 10,000 hours of mastery proverb. So I would say fighting games are kind of there. MMOs for the same reason. I'd love to play, like we've talked about playing Phantasy Star Online 2, and there's no way it's ever going to happen. Final Fantasy 14 is the same way. The two I'm going to go with, though, are survival horror games because most of them are not either of those things. And
That's true.
That's fair.
And that, if more survival horror games were like Alien Isolation, the world would be a better place.
That game is so good, man. I love that game so much.
And even in the sense of like I was playing the Resident Evil 4 remake, and I enjoy it, but I don't know. It doesn't really super click with me. Because
I do have to say, that game is more of an action game from my understanding.
It is a survival horror game by genre.
By genre, but
it inspired every other survival horror game that came since until Outlast changed it to being jump scares.
Literally,
I'm just saying by like empirical, like have you played it type thing. It seems like it's more of an action game. Like
having played it is a survival horror game. To having The Last of Us's down to having inspired The Last of Us's weapon system entirely.
Oh,
the original Resident Evil 4 is the reason we have Dead Space.
I mean, that makes sense.
The first Dead Space was actually going to be System Shock 3, and then Resident Evil 4 came out, and they said, let's make this its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm alluding more to like the horror to action pipeline.
Yeah.
Where
I think
as
we're in the
series
weeds.
goes on,
Just look
yeah,
at
we're in
the
weeds.
Silent Hill
weeds.
2 trailer that came out like a week ago.
We're in the weeds, yeah.
So to
Anyway,
finish my
sorry,
thought,
Kevin. Yeah.
We're in weed.
I think that if more games focused on, it's really hard to create a horror, genuinely terrifying vibe in a video game because you need to take away agency from the player a lot of times to do so. And the only way to really improve upon that is to do something, not the only way, the best way that I can think of right now is to do it in the style of an Alien Isolation, where you have an enemy that you can scare away, but you cannot kill, similar to how Resident Evil 2 did the Mr. X stuff.
Exactly what I was
The
thinking.
Nemesis system is what inspired, or Nemesis is what inspired that, rather, not the Nemesis system. That's a different thing. The other genre that I was going to mention was roguelikes, because I'd like there to be less of them. And
Okay.
I don't, and only
Unironically, same.
and only because I think there are so many stellar games that are bogged down by being a roguelike. And I think the ones that are really stellar roguelikes are kind of marred by the fact that the genre is so oversaturated, because that is just the hit genre that you play in now. And I like the roguelikes that are just, hey, you know what? We don't care how you play it. You know, we're going to go Dead Cells. We're going to go Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon of all things. You can give yourself infinite health. You can change the parameters of the game. We don't care. And that way you can still experience it on your terms and then choose to engage with the game more on its terms. It doesn't hurt you or the game either way. It only enhances the potential audience for the game. And I think a lot of roguelikes just struggle with that because it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of really cool, innovative stuff, and I think it gets bogged down by there being too many games to glaze my eyes over.
And like muddied up when you get like a Last of Us 2 coming in, being like, we're doing it too.
Yeah.
That's
Just
that's
not
all.
as good as you want.
Round Guard's the best. Round Guard's the best roguelike. Play Round Guard.
Play Round Guard. It's
All right,
roguelike
folks.
Peggle.
So with that, any other closing thoughts from the Peanut Gallery?
I won.
Kevin won. Congratulations. If I could raise your arm, I would. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between and outside, for Crub, I've been All Hail Buckets. This has been Chris Mykonos fan, Travis Guy, and Kevin the Golden Bolt. We will see you in the next one.